It is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
kill the music, and we are back. Hello! Back once again for Ashland by Night. Happy to see everybody's faces. We're down a couple people again due to some last minute cancellations, unfortunately. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. However, picking up where we were at last game, so we're only a night out from last game, so everybody will need to mark off a point of blood as you rise for another night. And Dale, since you were the only one here from last game, why don't you give us a brief recap as to what happened?
Yeah, so let's see. At first, Remus found out that Uncle Benedict got him another random gift in the form of a skate park, even though Remus does not skate, has never skated. But that's just happened. Then Remus and Ben talked about that and the fact that Remus is trying to set up that blood bank. Asked Ben if he knew anybody who could help with that, and Ben's like, "You have money, just see if you can hire somebody to figure that out." So that's apparently what he's gonna start doing.
Mm.
Then, let's see here. Lily, Ben, and eventually Remus went to the pawn shop forfeit here, where there had been weird stuff going on, according to Remus. Uh, in order to find the missing person, Eric Lickaby. But ultimately, after going there, talking to the shop owner, whose name is Shannon Krumbacher, come to find out that she is an independent ghoul who's been running that pawn shop. Her donor, Rebecca Milliner, left like about a decade ago and never returned, but she gets her blood from an independent ghoul network. Um, Found out from her that Eric had been there, dropped off a TV of his, seemed like he was strung out. And we said, okay, thanks for the information. And we found out from Shannon where he had apparently had been living. Then we all went to this kind of dumpy place up in Medford, where Remus in his Pitmobile with the glowing tires and everything uh, got talked to by a bunch of dudes who were just hanging out in the neighborhood, and he actually gave them rides. While meanwhile, Lily and Ben looked through the house, found some other evidence that pointed them towards a place called the Dewdrop Inn in Medford. Uh, that's more or less what I have.
What'd you say, Rachel? You're muted.
Yeah, I realized I was muted there. I was just saying that name sounds very familiar. I
The
know it's Bart
Dewdrop
out
Inn.
here in Phoenix, but um,
Oh,
in character.
it's way deeper than that.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty much it. I don't have anything else. Does it look like we were at the time trying to head our way there. So I don't know what we want to say happens. The
Where were you headed? Oh, you were heading to the Dewdrop Inn.
Yeah,
Okay. So we'll say for brevity's sake, since the other people aren't here, that you circled back at this point. Something more pressing came up,
okay.
and just made a footnote of that. And you're going to look into it the next night. You know, maybe you're running thin on time or something
Sure.
or whatnot.
You got held up in traffic.
Yeah.
Had to go home.
Ben got seduced by Sharon.
Whoa.
I mean, there's no accounting for taste, so
Hmm.
So it is the next. So it's the next evening at this point. Um, so we'll start with you, Ben, as you are rising for the evening. Kind of quiet around Ye Old Homestead right now. Nobody has made definitive moves to move out as of yet. But you know it's in the works for some. Damaris has found a spot that she's going to habitate and has recently picked up the keys to it. We'll say Remus is off doing Remus things, trying to figure out the Remus headspace.
Let's see. Well, I get up. Ben was way back when, a few episodes ago, trying to look for a place of his own. I believe there's like going to be an apartment or something. Has he gotten any word if like that has been cleared, or like if he can actually move in or anything like that?
I don't recall. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff going on, but I don't recall him looking for an apartment.
Okay. Well, in that case, I can. He can
You've got a
actually.
resources of 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. That would, if you're trying to get an apartment
Yeah.
in the costly area of Ashland, you could probably get a studio.
Okay.
In the costly area?
Well, Ashland is pretty costly.
I was going to say, does he want to live in the costly area?
Hmm.
So
Well,
outside of Ashland, I mean, yeah, he could definitely do that if you wanted to go live in Methford.
Methford.
I see.
That's its unfortunate legit nickname in real life.
yeah. Well,
Sit
in
there.
that case, yeah, I guess since he's looking through and things are kind of pricey, he'll just hang out instead. But he does need to go get a drink, so he's going to actually text Sophie and say, "Hey, kind of quote low in the tank end quote. Uh, uh, Want to go bar hopping or club hopping? Send."
Okay. So Sophie, you are waking up bleary-eyed first thing in the evening at this point. You are currently bereft of the spell that allows you to wake up normally. So you are like just now waking up, and your phone starts going meow, 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 meow. Got a text.
Is that my phone or is that Cuddle's phone?
That's your phone.
Can't even tell. So I'll check my phone,
Okay.
and I guess I see that message.
Yeah.
And I'll say, yeah, it's been a while since I've gone out. Let's do it.
At this point, Damaris is still staying at this particular haven as well.
Okay. I also then, as I read that message, like, all right, and I go over and knock on Damaris' door.
Mm.
Hey, Flames, you up?
Yep, I'm up.
Baron and I are gonna go get a bite at a club. Want to join?
Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's do it.
All
Which
right.
club? She's opening the door as she's saying this.
Good question. Want to try someplace new. I pull up my phone and see if there's like, just looking at the clubs in the area, look for one that looks decent. Like there's going to be a lot of people, like it's going to be happening.
Okay. So let's do that then. Okay, so obviously you get the web, you get Drachenflugel, so you get those two pulled up. um, oh yeah, that's not the right. Hold on a second. Aha, much better. There is Club Aurora.
I don't know if I know that one.
There is also the Incubus.
That sounds good.
I don't know
We're
that one
doing-
either.
Don't even know what it is. Sounds cool. We're doing the Incubus. So I
Okay.
go, yeah, Incubus. Sounds cool. Yep, for it.
Let's do it.
Sweet. I go ahead and text that info to Sophie.
Okay. The address is actually just off of the new I don't want to say movie district, but the entertainment district that kind of went up around the time that the movie studios started moving in. So it's a part of the kind of new remodel of Ashland. So it's the Incubus, and there's a picture, of the club on the outside. It's got the name all backlit in red, and there is a like a statue of a semi-naked demon-looking woman with like wings kind of coming up. Of course, it's more succubus, but
Sweet.
I'm going to look up the club and kind of see what the theme or like what the aesthetic is, just to make sure that I fit in.
oh, okay. Um,
You definitely care a lot more than we do.
yeah, yeah. So it
I have to
looks,
know what to wear.
yeah. So it's definitely a night club, literally by name. So most of the clothing here is the women dress to be seen. The guys tend to dress not goth, but not definitely not your typical like walked off campus from school sort of thing. So somewhere in between, like a darker sort of look to it. Its typical lineup plays industrial EDM style music. So think like Nine Inch Nails, VNV Nation, Icon of Coil, bands like that.
Okay. Pretty sure I have something in my closet that kind of could work with that.
Okay.
I mean, not that it really matters to the game.
Right.
I'll probably just go like little bit goth, but also not quite goth. A little more classy.
Okay.
Show some skin
Gotcha.
and stilettos.
Well, yeah, because shoes. Shoes are a
All right.
Sophie thing.
So I'll just whoever's home, I'll just let them know that I'm going out for dinner with the group, and I'll be back.
Okay. I'm calling Collins there. Doug at this point is doing nightly Doug things. Yeah, so Colin's like, so should I keep my phone on and fully charged in case you call and, something's blown up or gone sideways?
Come on, the odds of that happening are,
Pretty high. Sorry.
I mean, maybe you want to keep it on you.
Okay. I will. Have fun, I guess. And if you run into Doug and his ilk, if they're running about, I guess don't embarrass him. He seems to have this thing going on,
Why would I embarrass him?
I don't know. Maybe mama bear him or something.
I'm just gonna let him do his thing.
Okay.
I don't want to, mess up what he's got going with his friends. He's doing good work.
He controls most everybody, dear. I mean, I would imagine you would say that's a good thing because you're Toreador, but
I mean, I wouldn't say like directly.
okay. I'm just saying, if he starts getting legitimate boons from some of these people, you're gonna have to step in.
You think it's gone that far?
Do you think it's possible?
Well, I'll keep an eye on him, I guess.
I mean, he's getting good with his presence abilities. Maybe you should just sit him down in front of Spider-Man and Uncle Ben and have him watch that a couple times.
I mean, we've had that conversation before, but he was less good at it back then.
Right. And less traumatized.
All right.
But anyways, I mean, that's just me. I'm going to catch up on some work, but I'll keep my phone nearby.
Okay.
Okay.
See you soon.
Have fun.
And then I'll head out.
Off you go.
And then, I'll take Damaris to my car, and we head there too.
Okay. You pull up to this club. So the whole area in the district is more of a newer portion of Ashland. So not much here has gone awry or been damaged by anything that's happened really, in the past in the city. There's a nice kind of roundabout in the middle drive, like a circular drive, specifically so you can pull up, get dropped off, and the
like valet parking. Right?
valet parking. Thank you. I'm thinking VIP, and I'm like, well, no, but yeah. So valet parking, yeah. So valet parking can take the your car away and go have it parked as needed. In the center of this kind of circular driveway is a nice looking fountain that has lights on the inside as the water is, kind of spraying up and cascading down, but the lights are red, kind of a deep red, giving it kind of like that infernal, maybe blood sort of look, even though it's not clearly thick enough to be. Really trying to lean into this whole like kind of creepy motif. So you guys pull up. It is there is a cover charge to go in. Everybody roll resources.
Really?
How much
For
is
cover
the
charge?
There is a cover charge.
A real.
Well, it's just the dots and resources, nothing else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Assuming difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6, yes.
I got 2.
Okay.
Do we get, do those explode?
No.
Unfortunately not.
Specialized in resources.
Yeah, I know. She's just like, suddenly I'm Bill Gates. Yeah, so you're fine. You guys just happen to have the cash on hand. You don't have to run a card or anything against it. And you get a wristband put around your wrist, and you go inside.
So what's it like inside? Is it happening?
It's
Blaring
it's
loud?
pretty busy. It is loud. There's a dance floor in the middle of the room. There's an elevated stage where a DJ would typically play something. Right now, they just got house music on right now. Marilyn Manson, playing in the background. We'll say it's Sweet Dreams, so it's more eerie than anything. All of the waiters and waitresses in here have a sort of like devil motif to their look. Unlike the dark aesthetic, they're all in red though, so it makes it a little bit easier to see them in the dark lit room. There are running lights that go all around the outside. It's red and yellow, giving it kind of a fire sort of look. And the way it hits the sides of the walls, it almost looks like maybe there's a faint painting in the walls that look to give it kind of a visual like it's fire of some kind. So cost effective. There's a long bar going down the one side for anybody to walk up to and order from or to sit at, and then on the other side, kind of shaped L in an L-shaped pattern are some tables and booths. There's probably at least 50 people in here right now.
Gotcha.
Can I do an aura perception, just do like a general sweep to see if there's anything weird going on?
100%.
Yeah, definitely a good idea.
Because I've never been to this club and I don't know who owns it. So
Good question.
Aura perception is perception and awareness,
empathy.
or empathy. Sorry.
Yeah, perception, empathy. That is
3.
a botch.
Nice.
I got 3.
You got 3. Okay. Rachel, why don't you call it odd or even?
Even.
Okay.
Well, it's not a botch. It's just a fail.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
my bad.
No problem. So you're not picking up on anything, Sophie. You're looking around. The lights, when they hit just right on the people and kind of blend, it blends around, and so you're having a hard time focusing and seeing like what is really an aura and what was just a bad reflection off of somebody from a mirrored source or whatnot. So you're not really picking up anything. Rachel, as you're coming around, everybody here has an aura that you would kind of expect of people enjoying themselves. Some people probably a little bit much, probably partying kind of hard. Other people, pretty chill, just, enjoying the atmosphere in general. You do, however, pick up one aura that kind of stands out, and it is, does look like they're enjoying themselves, but there is some sparkles in their aura.
Sparkly aura means, I don't think that means
magic.
Yeah, just magic, not cool. Okay. I'm gonna nudge Ben and just kind of point or nudge over, like nod over to that direction. They've got a really sparkly aura. I'm gonna
That's
nudge Sophie
great.
as well.
What is that?
Oh,
mean?
magic means they're magic.
Just want to drink.
What are they doing? That person? Are they just mingling, doing whatever?
Yeah, a person seems to be mingling, just dancing with somebody.
Do I recognize them at all? I doubt it.
Give me a perception and alertness difficulty 8, because they're pretty far back in the club.
Perception, alertness.
Since I'm looking at him too, can I make that roll too?
Yep.
Or no?
Sure
Okay.
can.
Did I overhear them saying that?
Yeah.
I got 2 9s.
Okay.
I will check. It was perception and what?
Perception and alertness difficulty 8.
I'm just gonna say, like in hushed tones, don't everybody look at once. Just kind of turns this way.
Everybody just starts staring like, ooh.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Woohoo.
right, so would you get Ben?
Good.
2. Okay, so everybody can pick up on it. You actually don't recognize the woman. But she's dressed club appropriate. Not as revealing as some, but blends in well enough. So, shorter skirt, knee-high boots, leather pleather, perhaps. You're not entirely certain.
I don't think there'll be a problem.
Yeah, but I'm the sweeper, and it's my job to know who's who. So, I'm at least gonna find out what's going on.
You gonna go try and pick her up?
I don't know if I've ever drunk from a magical person. Does that do anything?
Not with Colin. He did mostly just taste like Chinese food.
I haven't
Chinese
in a
food.
really long time, so I can't really say.
We'll
Good
give it a
luck.
shot. So I saunter on over.
Okay.
I'm gonna saunter to the bar.
I'm gonna go
Alrighty. You're gonna what?
dance,
Okay.
but kind of keep an eye on Ben.
Okay. So she is. She has kind of long blonde hair that comes down to black tips.
Gotcha. Okay. Was she talking to somebody right now, or
No,
she's
just dancing with somebody right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's currently dancing with another woman. Why don't you give me perception and investigation since you're moving up closer?
Perception. Difficulty check.
Yes.
Ah, dang. 0 successes.
Alrighty. Okay. I mean, you are approaching.
Okay.
I would say you're within maybe 3 people distance.
Okay. I go ahead and I start dancing,
Mhm.
and I'm just like making my way over to her, like going from person to person, like I'm dancing with them for a few seconds,
Mingling kind. Okay.
mingling. Yeah. I'll
Give
even like,
me a dexterity and performance check.
oh, sweet.
I'm watching this from the bar.
Performance and celerity dice, because I'm not spending.
Oh, you're you're adding celerity.
Might as well. Oh, bang. Okay.
He's like,
2.
must not fail.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
6
Made
minus
up.
1. 5 successes.
All right. So you kind of start sliding in there and working your groove and doing your thing. You're not much of a social person because you were kind of dedicated to the job. So I would say the dance move that you're doing is like pretty old school. You're probably doing something more like Tobey Maguire did in Spider-Man 3. But you're looking really good doing it.
It's retro. Everything old is new.
Yep, everything
right.
old is new. Exactly.
There you go.
Just like you.
Yeah.
It's dance moves from when he was alive.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Well, he's not that old.
What? I was like, what area did you
He
get
was
him
just,
placed in?
he was just very focused.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
you
I'm making
kind
my
of
way.
you get in close and start dancing. Of course, it's hard for people not to take notice of your sweet moves. as you kind of seamlessly kind of flow through the crowd like water. She notes that you're approaching and and nods.
Then I go up to her and start dancing with her, even if she's with somebody else. I'll dance with both of them if
Sure.
if necessary, and be
Mhm.
like, so hey, awesome place, first time here.
She says, "Yeah, same. Thought I'd come out and try it."
Nice. Yeah, you look the part. Definitely dressing like the motif here. Pretty interesting.
Okay. She says, "Oh, thanks. Just had it in my closet from Halloween."
Not bad, not bad. You from around here then?
Just moved to town.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I haven't been here that long myself. Where you hail from?
Oh, I'm from Boston. Well, that's
Long
where I
way.
moved from, anyways.
Wow. Long way. What's so special in Ashland that you left Boston?
School.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. Anything in particular or just general stuff?
Finishing up finishing up classes in religion.
Oh, wow. That's a long way to go to learn about religion.
It does tend to require some travel.
Sweet. Yeah. So I just start I just keep dancing to see like if she loosens up from that, see if anything else happens.
Okay. Why don't you give me a charisma and expression check? Difficulty 7.
Since if this was for expression me talking to her, I do have the enchanting voice merit. Does that decrease the
It would, yes.
difficulty here? Sweet.
Nice.
Cool.
So difficulty 5.
Woohoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Boom.
Nice.
Okay.
You just sideswiped her with your voice.
You know what brought me here? Family. Okay, Vin
Oh
Diesel.
no. Yeah.
Okay. She seems to loosen up a little bit and and continues to dance. She's not like, trying to pull out the mace or anything or, find excuses to step away. He looks like he's doing okay, Sophie. You, on the other hand, have a lot of eyes on you.
All right. Well, if Ben's in no immediate danger, then maybe I'll pick out a meal and start making my own moves.
Okay. I mean, a guy, as soon as you start like looking around, slides right up to start dancing with you.
I'll go for it.
Okay. And he's like, "Hey, do you mind if I ask you a question?"
What kind of question?
Musical question.
Okay.
He says, "What, you thought this was a pickup line? Nah, I'm not that cheesy. Come on. You look a lot like that violinist from the band Paladin."
Oh, you think so? I get that a lot.
You do. Yeah, you certainly do.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, you should. I heard that they're actually in town.
Really? I've
No,
never been
I'm
to.
pulling your leg. Yeah, totally.
Are you a big fan?
I like their stuff, yeah. That more their earlier things, but
Been to a lot of their shows?
I've been to one. I've caught most of their stuff on like YouTube.
Hmm. Hmm.
So what brings you
think I
here?
thought- Oh, just thought I'd try a new place in town.
Well, this is new-ish, I guess. It's been around a couple months.
New to me.
Oh, okay, fair, fair.
Sometimes you just want to get out and move.
Uh, go ahead and roll your charisma, and we'll go charisma and expression as well. Difficulty 5.
I don't remember how to add numbers anymore.
That's a problem.
Difficulty 5?
Difficulty 5.
Uh, okay, 6.
Okay. So yeah, he seems completely taken with you at the, with your comment about, making it move, and he slides right on up and starts shaking his thing.
I'll just dance with him for a while.
Okay. Rachel, what is your character's appearance?
3.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was kind of up there. Definitely wasn't average.
No. So she's basically at the bar. She's doing one of those numbers where you lean back against the bar while she's watching those two.
Gotcha.
And just kind of relaxing. She has a drink in her hand, but she's clearly not drinking it.
Right.
And just kind of watching them, but kind of looking to who is at the bar and like who is like next to her and stuff.
Okay. Well, there's a guy actually sitting at the bar. Much bigger looking guy, could probably pass for a biker if he wasn't in this place.
Does he have
real-
any like distinguishing marks or tattoos or anything that I might?
It does look like he probably has like a full sleeve tattoo, which is kind of peeking up, around the shirt on his neck and down at the bottom. He's wearing long sleeves, but it's kind of peeking out a little bit. So he probably does have quite, at least one big one. Short hair, little over 6 foot, 24-inch pythons, for arms sort of thing, pretty big.
Is he next to her, or is he like? Is there room between? Okay.
No, he's sitting next to her.
So she's gonna kind of do one of these numbers and like lean over and be like, "You look like you don't really belong here."
Nice pickup line. Good job.
Yep. Survey says, go ahead and roll your charisma and expression.
Okay. And expression. Oh, that's a 1. 1.
One success. Okay. Excuse me, you don't look like you're very comfortable here.
They just sounds like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I know.
She didn't fail.
I know. I'm just teasing. Jenny, what are you doing here in this bar? So, yeah, he kind of looks and he chuckles a little bit, and he's like, yeah, it was the closest place to get a drink.
I suppose. So what do you do?
Question, what is she dressed in?
Well, knowing that it's a nightclub, she didn't put anywhere near as much effort as Sophie did.
Right.
But she did tone it down a little bit. Her hair is, her normal dreads and stuff.
Mhm.
She is probably wearing dark brown sort of leather outfit with a bunch of, I don't know, she's wearing a skirt, sort of a patchwork sort of deal, darker colors and stuff. Very hippie-ish, but dark hippie-ish.
Dark hippie.
Dark bohemian hippie-ish, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, who is that? That's a hippie with an edge.
Oh, I think, well, I probably should have said this before, but I probably would have spent, because she is on a path, so she doesn't look humane.
Right.
So I would probably have spent a point of blood to Rosie's stuff up,
Yep.
so to
So
speak.
give a blush of health.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sure, that'll work. I'm sorry. So what was your question?
I said, so what are you doing here? Like, other than just getting a drink? Like, was your day that bad? You had to find this place of all places to get a drink?
I got in before the cover charge, so I guess it wasn't all that bad.
Dude, that cover charge is expensive for a place like this.
He says, "Oh, that's probably how they're staying in business. This is the media headquarters, I guess, or whatever. They've
I
got the
guess.
studios
I don't
right
know.
down the street."
Oh, yeah. Forgot about them there. Huh. Well, I mean, want to go out back and neck?
Just straight for it. Just bam. Just right in.
He is not a social creature at all.
She's basically Teddy Pendergrass. You got what I need. Whoa.
Take your mind off the day.
Yeah. Well, do you have performance?
I do. I have 2 dots in it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your charisma and performance. Difficulty 7 since it was so direct.
She is very direct. Okay. Fucking ones. 1. Would have been 3.
Mister, do you want to go out back and neck?
You know, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna do. Aw, damn it. Just wait.
I'm just gonna cheat. You're like, you come. Let us neck. So he's like, that was kind of forward. Not that you're not pleasing on the eyes, but it's the first time somebody's come out that forward, and yeah, huh? Tell you what,
It's
why
just
don't?
easy to get right to the point on a lot of things. I mean, you look like you've had a bad day. Why not make it better? I'm a people pleaser. What can I say?
Okay, manipulation and subterfuge.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. Uh, 3, but I did get a 10, so let me roll that because I have a 4 in manipulation.
Okay.
So 4.
Well, remember, tens explode.
They just count for 2.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Forgot I rolled again. Well, I got a 7 on that, but yeah, so 4.
Okay, so 4. And he's like, finishes his drink, and he's like, all right, what the heck?
All right. So she's gonna take his hand and lead him out front or whatever and around the back or something.
Okay. So you guys lose sight of Damaris.
Trailing a wannabe clubber biker dude out the door.
Yep. All right.
All right. So Dale, as you are dancing with the lady, she says, "I'm gonna go get a drink. Did you want one?"
I'll follow you to the bar. Lead the way.
Okay. So she goes walking over to the bar to go get a drink.
All right. I go ahead and if I'm able, I pay for a drink.
Oh, okay. She orders a Virgin Cuba Libre.
Like, never heard of that one. Wow.
I'm surprised Rachel didn't get that one, considering the show it came from.
Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So just a Diet Coke?
That's a Coke.
Yep.
Okay. As I look it up.
Yep. But of course, they they put a cherry in it.
Right. Okay.
So it's a cherry Coke.
She says, "Aren't you getting anything?"
Uh, not yet. I don't know. I got a taste for something else, you know?
She says, "Like what?" She's like looking around.
So I look around. Is anybody like obviously looking at us, or do I think that I could feasibly lean in, like bite, drink, like stealthily? Like, is it dark enough in this area or anything like that?
Wow.
At the bar, no.
No. Okay.
It's dark enough to try it, and you might pass off as a cad who's trying to, kiss somebody rather forwardly. But it would be, you moving forward would be obvious.
Okay. And I go, yeah, I mean, I could show you, but it's just way too bright here, you know? The mood lighting isn't right, even though the mood's, different here. Like, there's a
Uh,
booth right over there.
all right. So I will let you decide if you want to use expression or performance, whichever one is better.
Oh, I think that is going to be, yeah, performance is better. I'll do that.
Oh, wow. Okay. So charisma and performance as you attempt to put on your manly seductive moves.
Difficulty,
Difficulty still 7.
okay. And is my enchanting voice count again?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Woohoo. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 successes.
Dang.
I think she bought it.
Very nice job.
Thank you.
She's like, watch, this is like a largemouth bass. All right, so she says, all right. So she picks up her glass and motions you to lead on.
Yeah. I go ahead and take her free hand and I lead her like that just to be forward and
Sure. Okay.
make sure we can part the crowd and
Mhm.
get to a place where I know from experience I'd be able to do this stealthily.
Yep, that's not a problem.
Cool. And then, of course, when we're there, lean in a little, just seductively, and then go in for a drink.
Okay. Um, so that part's not a problem. It's well, yeah. So she's not expecting you to bite. So okay. 1 second. It's just so many things. Such a storm. I'm all out of faith. There you are. Okay. Charisma, smooth talker. Okay, fair enough. All right. So you bite down. How many points of blood are you attempting? How many points of blood are you attempting to get? Your 9th generation, so you could actually get 2 with 1 bite.
Yeah, I mean, 2 is pretty safe without like hurting a
Mhm.
human being, right? Yeah, I'll
Right.
I'll just go for 2 then.
Okay, so you're up by 2 blood. You take an aggravated point of damage.
Oh wow. Okay.
And give me a self-control check.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy. You wanted to know what it was like.
Oh, boy.
So I think
yeah.
your flaw is you have penalties to resist frenzy.
Yeah, it's the +2 difficulty, and I can't
Oh
spend
boy.
willpower
Yep.
over it.
So it's difficulty 8.
Good luck.
Uh, nope, no successes.
No successes. Okay.
Oh no.
So you spend a point of the blood that you just got
Okay.
for celerity, and you bolt out of the club. Let me. Whatever you bit into
Yeah.
was kind of like it would be like sticking a fork in the electric socket.
Okay. Yeah.
Like and you just freak out frenzy, and it terrifies you, and you're bolting. Like it brought up the beast to the extent of not forcing you into like murder death rage of like, I need to get out of here, something like just terrible happened, like impending doom, and you bolt. At a 3, that is potential masquerade breach level.
Yeah.
Because that's fast, but not quite blurring fast.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So let's see.
All I hear is that song. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. It's just in my head right now.
So Damaris is not inside. Sophie, why don't you
Nope.
give me a quick wits and alertness check?
Difficulty 6?
Difficulty 7.
5.
Good grief! Where were these rolls when you guys really needed it?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay, so you are doing your thing, and you are like towards the middle of the floor. A lot of people are, men and women, looking at you. And then you see, like, you get passed by a very hastily running away Benjamin, like just to the extent of like pushing people out of the way, almost kind of like a cue ball going across the pool table. And within a matter of seconds, he's at the door. The other thing that you note is, even though he's moving fast and running, the overall, it looks like the people were either wrapped up in kind of what they were doing, or the lights were hitting just right, so it just looked like somebody was running out. So there wasn't really too much cause for alarm from the rest of the people around, as far as you can tell.
That was going to be my question: is if people are noticing, or if it wasn't that obvious. So
yeah, they noticed that somebody ran out, but it didn't look like they were like, "Oh, what the heck was that?" sort of thing. It just looked like, oh, okay, somebody's running out.
Okay, in that case, I was thinking, oh no, I need to make a diversion so people forget. In that case, I'm just gonna I'll tell the dude I'm dancing with that I need to sit down for a second and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Gonna go see what happened at the booth.
Okay, so as you are approaching, the woman that he was with is like holding her neck, and you can see that blood is coming out from around her hand, because he didn't get a chance to lick the wound close. So she's like freaking out and putting like the napkins that you'd find at a table, and like trying to hold it to her neck, and and is calling to people for help.
Okay, now here's the question. if if I if I pretend to look at it and then look at myself, like, is something weird gonna happen to me? Like, was it the blood or was it the bite?
Good question.
You know what? I don't know that I should be suspicious, so I'll just go with that.
Okay.
Because Brittany knows more than than Sophie does. Okay, so yeah, so I'll come and help her out and be like, oh my gosh, what happened? Are you okay? Let me let me look at that. And then
So she's kind of freaking out. She's like, I think I got bit, and
I'm gonna be right back.
I'm bleeding badly.
and then I'll lean. The plan is lean down to take a look,
Okay.
and then look it closed, and then be like, "Oh, it wasn't that bad. I think you're okay. It feels worse than it looks, or than it is, or
Okay.
whatever."
So you're going to talk her into letting you lick her. Okay.
I mean, she won't know that I'm. I mean, I guess she'll know that I'm licking her, but she'll. I mean, like it's. I'll just do it. Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Just go
fine.
with it.
Yep. Okay. So you aren't using any powers. So
Nope.
go ahead and do charisma and subterfuge. Trying to charmingly lie.
6, right?
Okay. Yeah. Rolled 7.
Okay. 6.
Wow. Okay.
Man.
So I mean, you're able to. I mean, she's doesn't seem to take notice of you all that much in that regard. She's just like trying to keep
More
the
freaked out.
yeah. She's fumbling on her phone to call 911.
So I'm able to lick it. Okay.
No, you talk to her and she's
Oh.
not. You're gonna have to lean in and actually lick. So
Okay.
that's going to be a physical action. So if you're going to do that, it's going to be dexterity and brawl. Keep in mind you have celerity.
Yeah, I guess I could. I guess I could do that. I was just thinking, like, situationally, I could maybe be like, "Oh, I need more light on this," and like hold my cell phone and like get real close, and
Okay.
I don't know. I
That
thought maybe
that's
she
no
preferred
that is
you know,
totally fine to talk your way into getting close, but you're still
but
going
then
to
I
have to make
see
yeah
the actual.
yeah
Okay.
you're still going to ambush her with a surprise lick. So
Okay. So, Dex and Brawl.
dex and brawl.
And if I wanted to add celerity, would I have to spend blood or just add?
If you're trying to do it quickly, yes. Otherwise, you just add your celerity dice pool because
Otherwise, I just do it.
well,
Slow and thorough.
well, right. But remember, because you have celerity, it adds to your dice pool for anything dex related.
Oh, so I don't have to spend blood.
Only
I
if you're
just
trying to do it with superhuman speed.
Okay, no. Okay. Okay. Dex and brawl.
And then plus your dots and celerity. Difficulty 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Okay. So you getting close and shine the light down on her neck, and she's actually kind of letting you as she's gets on the call with 911. And they're like, state the name of your emergency, and she's like, I've been bit, and then right when she says I've been bit, sort of thing, you go yeah, and lick her neck, and she's just like, the hell was that?
And then I'll take a picture of her neck, since I got my cell phone right there,
Okay.
and then I'll show it to her and be like, I think that really wasn't as bad as you thought it was. I can barely see it.
So go ahead and roll manipulation and subterfuge, difficulty 9.
I'm gonna add a willpower.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 successes.
Okay. So she's still freaked out that you like licked her, and she's just like, "What? Are you a vampire?" I mean, she's like looking at the picture that you took to show her, her neck, and she's like, "But I don't understand. Like, I was just I knew I've got blood on my hands."
I
A
don't know.
lot.
Maybe you like nicked something else, and it, that what do they call it when you not sympathetic pain, but like
Oh, speaking of which, roll your fortitude.
my fortitude.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I was like, what is that?
Wow. It's
You're
only
thinking of phantom pain.
it's only been 2 weeks, dear.
It's been a month. It's
Oh
been a
yeah.
month.
Oh, okay.
Difficulty 6,
Difficulty 6, yes.
2.
Okay. So the effectiveness that you basically, I mean, you still taste blood, but it was almost like licking a battery.
Ugh. The zing.
It just didn't hurt. There was something clearly different about her.
Like, oh, that's what got Ben.
And so she's like, and just goes ahead and hangs up the phone, and she's just like, she gets up real quick, and she's a little woozy, at this point. She's like, I don't know, man, just, you're a little crazy.
I'm sorry, I didn't have anything to, wipe the blood away. It was
You
that.
couldn't get a napkin?
I mean, I guess
Haven't you heard of bloodborne diseases? Like,
I could have like bought you dinner first or whatever. Sorry.
go ahead with
Are you
that.
feeling better? Are you okay? Do you need some water? Do you need like a, a cold washcloth?
Okay. So as you are asking this, and she's not like racing away from you or anything, because you did get the roll. She's just very confused and still slightly offended that you got up in her face with the licking. But it seems like she was probably more concerned and kind of weirded out that she doesn't have a cut, even though she has blood on her hands, and now there's not one there. So she's clearly not understanding it. But when you ask that question, you both kind of like look over real quick, and there's like 6 guys all taking pictures.
Okay. Um. Okay. So when I see the lineup, I'll be like, okay, who's next?
And she's like
Own
looking
it.
she's just like looking at you weird and trying to slide off picture, at this point, to try and get away from this. And like one guy immediately jumps forward and sits in the booth like right next to you real quick to take a selfie, and he's like, "Yeah, Paladin man, vampires rule."
And I'll like, I'm not gonna like pretend to actually bite his neck, but maybe I'll like pretend to like kiss his neck,
Okay.
and I'll pose for the picture.
Okay. Do you do this for all 6 individuals?
If they look like they're not gonna go away,
Oh no.
then
I mean, you
then,
could still do
then I
something
will.
about it, but yes, they're all very eager after seeing this.
Okay, whatever. I'm fine.
Okay. Damaris,
Yes.
so how do you go about your necking?
I mean, basically, I'll kind of lead him around to whatever dark place and basically just start kissing him.
So you don't have like any presents or anything to Rico Suave your
Oh
way
yeah,
around?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Sorry. I mean, I
I
have
didn't
2
know. I
presents.
didn't know if that's how you were going to do it, or if you were just going to
She's a very direct.
just do old school and then eventually bite.
I actually was thinking of just doing old school and eventually bite.
Okay. Why don't you give me a charisma and performance in?
Mm, I'm sorry, charisma and performance. You said
Charisma and performance, yes.
2. 2.
I mean, you were already direct. He knows what's coming up, so that's good enough.
Okay.
So you bite. You don't have any particular flaw for that sort of thing. How
Nope.
much blood do you take from him?
I can take up to what, 3 since I'm 8th gen?
At one sitting, yes.
Okay. I'll only take 2. I don't want him to be woozy and stuff. I want him to be more like, oh, this was intense. Like, you know,
Sure.
reeling from the impact, so to speak.
Okay. So you were able to pull that off,
Cool. And, we'll
and it's typical of a
like
vampire
kiss a little
kiss.
bit more after. Yeah.
Like
Sorry.
which is typical of a vampire kiss. Like they get lost in that bliss, and it's hard to think, sort of thing. So he's not gonna fully understand what it is you did. I take it you licked the wound closed.
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Gotcha.
And, when he's still in that sort of glamour, I guess, she'll just kind of like, I don't know, like pat his cheek and say, I hope that was good for you. And then she's going to walk away.
Okay. Ben.
Yeah.
When you finally come to and get control of yourself,
Yeah.
you look around the streets. You ran for 4 blocks.
Okay.
More so not time duration, but because you're just that fast, you were able to cover, a good bit of ground just running.
Alright.
So as you're like looking around, you're like, whoa, this is a QT. You're like, I am
Yeah.
nowhere near where I'm supposed to be.
Since I'm at, like, is there anybody near me like looking at me strange or anything like that, or do I just
No,
at the corner? Okay.
no, I mean, there's people here. There's, people filling up and getting gas and whatnot, but nobody
Yeah.
was looking at you weird. It just
Okay.
looked like you were running very vigorously and you decided to stop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would probably be a little weird at night, but not like, head turning, pull out the phone,
Okay. Gotcha. I go into the QT. Are the bathrooms open, or do I have to
Oh, yeah.
like ask
It's
for
a
a key?
QT.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. Say, go into one of the bathrooms, like kind of splash water on my face, make sure everything's okay. And then I text both Damaris and Sophie saying, don't bite her. She hurts a lot. Send.
Okay. And as you send that text, you hear a strange gurgling coming from the stall in the bathroom.
Hey, buddy, you doing all right in there?
You hear some sort of incoherent words and then a smell. So it's probably a homeless person that is using the restroom for one reason or another.
Right, good luck, pal. Yeah, you too. And then I walk out.
Okay. Yeah, that was enough of a. You know how sometimes you get hurt in a place you don't normally get, like suffer an injury, and it's just that much more smart. It's not that like you took extra damage. It's like when you get like a thorn in your foot.
Yeah.
You normally have shoes on to protect you from that sort of thing, but if you step on something sharp and your foot is bare, that hurts a lot more, even if it doesn't really, punk. So your tongue is still like super sensitive right now, just from that shock or whatever the heck that was. Just you're like, oh, ah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not that it's affected your speech, but yeah, it's still smarting a bit.
All right.
So you guys get that text. And then Sophie, you end up getting another text. And it's from Isadora. And it's
Viral.
and the text says masquerade, he.
At this point, I'm gonna excuse myself and leave the bar,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna.
you gave them, a decent enough like impromptu show with the selfies and the and the faux kissing and posing and whatnot. They're not they're eager obviously to talk to you more and get to know you, sort of thing, like a fan would, but they're not being psycho about it and trying to stop you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the bar, and go somewhere quiet and text Ben and say, "Are you okay? Where are you?"
And Damaris is going to respond, LOL, how far'd you run?
Did she see him running?
No.
Oh,
No, I just know that he's not here.
Yeah.
And I text back, dot dot dot, a few blocks, question mark, send. I'm okay though, send.
Meet you at the car. Then
Sure.
yeah, I'll go back to the car also.
Okay. There's another text that comes through. From in your guys' group chat, and it's from Cuddles. It says Uber.
What? Okay. I'm gonna text back and say, Cuddles, do not order an Uber.
No. Says okay, and gives a thumbs up.
And I'll text back, if you need to go somewhere, ask Daddy.
Okay, so he texts back and he says, no, I was just trying to help. If he ran a couple blocks, didn't he need an Uber?
I mean, he could just walk. Or we could go pick him up. Or he probably has the keys, doesn't he? Oh, I have a car also. We can go pick him up.
Okay, and says okay and gives another thumbs up.
I mean, I wasn't texting that. I was
Oh.
just
I thought you were. Okay, never mind.
thinking through.
Gotcha.
No, so we can I'll meet up with Damaris and we can go find Ben.
Okay.
well, he has the keys, not me. So
I mean,
Yeah,
I was remembering that I probably drove separately.
you did.
So
Yes.
Mhm.
I would have my own keys.
Sure. Yeah, not a problem.
So we go find Ben.
Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, gave you guys the street corner that he got to. And you drive down there. Yeah, you realize he ran a good 3 or 4 blocks, away from the club. It's at a 24-hour QT. Probably just waiting outside, with a slight disgusted look on his face.
Hop in.
Yep.
Go ahead and get in. Ugh. I'm never listening to your advice about feeding ever again.
I mean, what exactly happened?
Everything was great. She was digging it. I was digging it. I drank. Felt like my mouth and tongue were being electrocuted simultaneously, and I couldn't handle it. And I finally stopped myself at the QT.
Well, that was kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Um, Not sure how that's gonna fall out. I think I mopped up as far as the girl, but I don't know, that might have created other problems. Did you happen to get a name?
Uh, no, I mean, didn't get to that part yet. We were just gonna have a good time first. I found out she was from Boston. Here, going to school about religion.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Do we have a religion? We don't have a religion school here, do we?
They
You have a
teach any of that
university.
at the university?
I mean,
Maybe she's
is
just taking classes about religion.
is SOU known for religion studies?
Not really, no.
Seems kind of random.
Is she okay?
Yeah, you forgot to close the wound, and
Yeah.
she was kind of bleeding a lot, and she was freaked out about that. And I mean, I closed it for her, but that kind of made things a little bit weird. Um,
Hmm.
and then people had cameras, and I don't know, had to play the rock star for a little while, and I don't know. And of course, sounds like it's on the internet. I got a text from Isadora. You know,
That was fast.
right? I don't know, maybe she has something to like ping her anytime Paladin comes up on the news or the Twitter or whatever. Sometimes it feels like being part of this band is more like getting called to the principal's office. Like I'm
I could see
never
that.
sure like what I'm allowed to do where the band is concerned. But that's not
Is
your
mean,
problem.
Isadora told you about what happened like a few decades ago in New Orleans? Yes? No?
Is that one of the towns that they got chased out of?
More or less? Yeah.
I've kind of lost track.
That's where where I became a vampire. My first assignment, because I was not you know, part of the traditions. Nobody asked permission to make me. So they sent Scarlet, me, Sire, to go after her, because there's a blood hunt on her from another place. Didn't go well.
I can't imagine it would.
So that's what they do if you break the masquerade, apparently.
Well, on one hand, it's nice that I'm the boss around here. But I guess on the other hand, uh, I make my own problems.
Well,
I
thanks
think we're all
for
guilty of making our own problems.
yeah, thanks for cleaning up my problem. And yeah, no going back to that place. It's
What
too much of a
what
hassle.
was what's with that girl though? Like,
Well, I told you guys she was magic.
well, but Colin's magic and he doesn't taste weird.
Well, maybe she's different kind of magic. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's different sources out there, like I've got magic and all that. So
Did she
maybe she's
act like
spicier.
she knew what she was doing? You didn't see her like cast any spells or anything, right?
Um, why don't you give me, since you're trying to recall, give me a wits and awareness check.
Who, me?
No, Ben.
Okay.
He's trying to kind of mentally go over, replay in his mind what happened. Difficulty 6.
I had two successes, but they were both canceled by ones, so no successes.
Okay. You're not sure. You didn't see anything overt that you can recall?
Yeah.
And she certainly wasn't acting like she was, casting these spells. And you've seen enough of even like what Damaris and some of the other ones do. There's usually like some sort of verbal and or physical motion component. So that would be that would kind of stand out.
Yeah,
Unless she was
she didn't
really good at like sleight of hand, I guess, or something.
she didn't like say anything weird or do anything weird. I didn't bite a weird spot on her. She didn't have any marks.
I mean,
I don't
she
know.
to me she was just freaked out that somebody bit her.
Oh,
Wait, so that means it wasn't I mean, usually they're a little more sanguine about being bitten.
right.
You
Yeah,
don't have
the
that problem normally, do you?
no, never.
Like the Giovanni do?
No, not like them.
Hmm.
Is there
You
anything that happens with
know,
religious people? Is there anything that is there like religious magic that does that?
I know of one, but I think they're only dudes.
Can I roll my occult?
Yeah, 100%.
Um, I'm gonna text Isadora.
Uh, Give me a intelligence and occult check. Difficulty 8. And as you are texting Isadora, like as you pull it up, she ends up texting you, and
Two.
it's a screen cap of the Paladin Twitter page. And it's basically retweeting one of the pictures that somebody took that showed you like kind of hamming it up and whatnot. The caption says, "Paladin making waves around Ashland. Beware of other pop-up visits." And there's like already like 7,000 likes.
If I'm able to see that on your phone too, I'm like, that works. I mean, vampires are always in.
I mean, I tried to like diffuse the situation.
Oh,
It's a picture with one of the dudes, right?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so when I text Isadora, I'll be like, um, is is this bad? Do I need to fix it?
She sends you a shrug emoji.
Okay, new question.
And she sends you another text, and she says, I'm not in the cam, dear."
Okay, we'll have to wait and see. Or maybe make other pop-up visits.
Rachel,
I mean,
what'd you
that's
get?
the band's thing.
You got 2?
2.
Okay. If you do recall, when you guys dealt with those hunters, you did run into a man from the church who wielded religious magic.
Oh yeah. You know what? There are religions that actually do have magic. When we were dealing with the hunters a while back, we encountered a dude that was able to do that. Well, at least I encountered a dude.
Oh,
We had an issue with the church a while back. In fact, I don't actually know if we ever resolved that. Remember?
Wasn't that the guy that left?
Was it? Out of character, I don't remember.
Good questions.
I think he left town. And we tried to track him down, but we got dead ends. The Catholic priest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. But did he have magic?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I noticed that. She
Sophie, give me a wits and awareness check, difficulty 5. And your lower difficulty, I'll explain in a second if you succeed.
Three.
Sophie, dear, that was when you were still having a lot of trouble with fire. And if you recall, he created a fire sword.
Do not recall that.
Okay.
I must have blacked it out.
Which is fair. Sophie would do that. Shuffle that away to someplace far away to never bring back up again.
So I'm going to text Isadora and say, have you ever oh my gosh, suddenly I cannot remember his name. The dude that she lives with. The little guy, the quiet one. Oh my gosh, what is his name?
I know. What is his name?
Hold on. I have notes.
I know you have notes. Pull them up.
Caleb.
There you go.
Have you ever tasted Caleb? Does he taste like a battery? Question mark. Send.
Okay, she sends WTH. He's like my nephew. Why would I taste him?
It's an honest question.
She says, "No, I've never tasted him."
Thank you. I guess I can keep asking. Have you ever tasted someone magical who tastes like a battery? She probably wasn't alive to try tasting a bit. Who tastes electrical.
And she says, "Shockingly good."
Just shocking.
She says, "It could be, it could be poison in the blood. There are some very rare people that have like a blood poisoning, or it could be true faith."
What does blood poison feel like?
Poison in your blood. Like it does very critical damage, but it's like inside out.
Ben, how are you feeling right now?
My tongue feels strange just from the pain's going away, but it's gonna take a bit to make it go away. It actually hurt me. I don't want to think about it. Ugh.
Jerome, how do I feel?
Oh, you didn't take any damage.
I feel normal.
Mm-hmm.
My tongue feels okay.
Yeah.
Probably not blood poison then. So, I mean, you said she was a religion student, so maybe it is the true faith.
What does
That would
even
make
mean?
sense.
What?
Like, what does that even mean? True faith? Like, what, you just believes really hard and she's magical now?
Uh, More or less. To simplify it, I mean, it's their faith is unwavering, in God, in their God. Sometimes that can be powerful.
Okay.
I apologize for the suggestion, Ben. Are you still hungry?
Yeah, but not for true believers, I guess.
Should we go somewhere else?
Yeah, oh, I need my car, though. But yeah,
Let's maybe go to the Drachenflugel, and then we'll swing by and pick your car up after.
sounds good.
Give things a little time to die down.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys drive across town from here towards the northern side of town. Not out of town, like the outskirts, but to the northern side of town. It's a little bit older, not terribly far from the university, from OSU. And it's booming as well. There's cars, all lined up in the parking lot. Music, you can be hear thumping. The building itself has its gothic sort of look to it on the outside. Almost like a church in a sense.
Are we still in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, before we go in, I'm gonna make a phone call to Quan.
Okay. So he picks up. Namanaka Pisai.
Hey Quan, it's Sophie. I have a question for you.
Hopefully I have an answer.
You're still at the university, right?
Yeah, I still teach night classes for archaeology and history and some relatable classes. Why?
Do you know anything about a religion program there?
They do. There is an extended religion program. Yeah.
Do you maybe have a way to identify somebody in that program? Like if I were to send you a picture or something,
Are we
or
looking at faculty or a student?
student.
Uh, if the picture's good enough, yeah, I could probably pick it out. It might take some time. It's not like we have like facial recognition software or whatnot, but
It might be worth trying. Also, have you encountered True Faith before?
oh yes, I have not only here but abroad before. It's not terribly common, but when it is, it's devastating.
Do you know what it would taste like?
No, no, I would not.
Okay.
I would imagine it would be as painful as what would be inflicted on us, though. The curse of Cain tends to run counter to anyone with true faith.
Thought I would verify. Okay, I'm gonna try and get a picture to you. Probably worth identifying a person of interest. In case they're
How much of a person of interest are we talking? Like pending
so far,
threat, or what are we talking about?
no, so far it seems pretty innocuous, but if we can just keep tabs in case something comes up in the future, I think that would be wise.
Okay, fair enough. Send me what you have, and I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks, Quan.
Not a problem.
Now we need to get. I'll hang up and I'll say now we need to find a picture of this girl. There's probably some from the club. Maybe between us we can figure it out. But first let's get a drink.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm gonna wait in the car this time.
Oh yeah, how did yours go?
Very well.
Okay. Do you want to try looking for pictures of the girl?
Yeah. Yeah, I can
She might
do
be in
some
the
search.
background of some of the ones that just went up with me.
Yeah, I'll look around for her and
Great. Okay. We'll be back soon. I'll give her the keys just in case.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's go
So
inside.
you go walking up to the front. People groan because you go past them in line. Bouncers just kind of wave you two guys in.
Same deal as before.
What's
Just take a look at the options and pick
Mhm.
somebody.
Well, you can just go up to the bar if you want. Same sort of
Oh, I
deal.
guess that's true. I guess that's true.
Yep, same sort of deal. You can order allergen free,
They've got
alcohol if
stuff
you'd
on
like.
tap here.
Yep.
So
That's what Ben's gonna do.
okay.
He's
Just play it
with
safe.
easy right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and get something from the bar as well.
Okay. So you two get something from the bar, and you're get a drink. How much? Right. So you can get two points, no problem.
That's what I'll do.
Okay. So you get a glass worth of 2 points. Sophie, same.
I'm fine with one.
Okay.
I'm mostly here for the company.
Okay. Fair enough. So Damaris, why don't you go ahead and give me a wits and investigation check.
I'm so witty. Okay. And investigation. I need to up my investigation. Ugh. 1.
Okay. So you're spending your whole time flipping through the pictures. You do find one, but it's taking you a while to find one that you feel confident enough that somebody might be able to get an ID from. Yeah. So you end up scrolling through, and it's not just like there's several pictures, but there's tons of retweets. So it's like, and you have to pull it up to verify. Okay, this is different. Okay, this is the same. This is the same. So it's taking you time basically going through the trash.
Like, social media is so tedious.
Eventually, you two come out refreshed.
Did anybody make a big deal about me appearing in public?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad.
When you guys get in, she'll be like, "Hey, I found something. It's not the best picture, but I think I found her."
All right. Well, it's worth sending that to Quan for now, and then we'll check back again and see if I can find anything better.
mean, it does concern me if this chick does have true faith and she's in town all the way from Boston for some weird reason. It might be time to check into that a little bit more then again.
Yeah. Do you still have a ghoul at the church?
I do. I don't see her as often anymore, but I still do.
I wonder if she would know this girl.
Possibly. I
And
can
not
pay her a visit.
not
It's
assuming that this girl is Catholic, but I mean,
um
who knows?
yeah, I mean I'll go pay her a visit. Not tonight, but yeah, I can give her a call.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll forward that picture to Quan
Okay.
and then swing by the other uh, club and pick up the other car.
Alrighty. No problem. It's been about an hour and a half at this point, so I'm able to get your car, Ben, and without any problems. She's not going inside; you're just getting the car.
Yeah.
Anything else on your agenda tonight?
Well, gotta wait a little bit to get back on that Lickety case. Still waiting on information from the Bridget Laurent case. Kind of at a standstill. Might actually go back to talk to Shannon. Oh yeah, did I tell you about the pawn shop? The owner there?
The pawn shop where Henri got his costume?
Yeah. Yeah, forfeit here. Yeah, the owner. Uh his soon to be date, I guess.
Wait, what?
What? He's got a date?
What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll let librarian fill you in on those deets whenever that's gonna happen. But her name's Shannon Crumbacher, and she's a ghoul, an independent ghoul.
Oh,
Did you know there's an independent ghoul network in town where they help each other get blood for themselves?
in town?
What?
Wait, like how many are in town?
Well, let's see. There's her. Pretty sure Jim Fletcher. You know who that is? Guy I met up in Medford in the first case. He's a kind of a head case. He's an independent ghoul too.
Huh.
Interesting.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
isn't that the guy that we
Mentally screwed. Yes.
okay. I remember him.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun night.
And Dixie.
I knew Dixie. I met Dixie before. I didn't know she was local. I thought maybe it was a traveling thing.
She might be, but she seems to be one of the ones that carries the blood between them. Yeah, I don't know what they exchange for it. I'm guessing cash. I didn't get that much into it, but
I'm really curious where they get this blood.
Yeah, seriously, where are they sourcing this from?
yeah, I mean, something to. Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, Sophie, you could help me on a case. Are you still? Are we good? Can we head to
I
forfeit here?
I don't have any plans tonight.
Yeah,
So,
you got that. You got that power where you can like touch a thing and
oh
know
yeah,
what happened to the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Perfect. There's something I need you to fondle. That's not the right. Just follow me to forfeit here.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, get in and head to that pawn shop.
Okay. So you drive back across town from there, head towards downtown, where Forfeit Here is currently there. It's still currently open despite it being late at night. Store has bars across the windows, as previously described. You know, it Looks kind of like a small Fort Knox, but on the inside, it's got quite a bit of things in here. It's got a small clothing section. It's got obviously like many pawn shops. It's got, you know, DVD, racks and racks of DVDs and electronics. It's got some jewelry in here. They've got weapons, so on and so forth. And when you come walking in, oh hey Benji, how you doing?
Hey, Shannon. You still got that TV that Mr. Lickaby had?
Oh sure. But what are you
F
doing with the pretty ladies? You wouldn't want a TV for that sort of thing.
you. No, no. Yeah. My friend Sophie here. She might be able to figure out what was happening with that TV if she could take a look at it.
Oh, sure. I didn't know I was going to have in-town royalty. How you doing, Miss Barron? That's what you called, right?
I'm gonna look back at Ben like,
Yeah, they're pretty aware.
oh, okay. Hi.
How you
Nice,
doing, sweetheart?
nice to meet you. That's a nice place you got here.
Oh, thank you. Own it free and clear. Got the whole building.
Congratulations. That's no mean feat.
No, of course not.
Have you been here for a while?
Oh, sure. I've been here, I've been in this spot for about 20 years now.
All right.
Regular part of the community, salt of the earth.
Sounds like it.
Oh,
What's
okay, hold your horses a second. Let me get you that TV.
all right?
So she goes walking back. She's an older looking lady, you know, clearly has smoked one too many Marlboros.
I'm gonna turn
Um,
back to Ben and be like, Henri's going out with her?
Yeah, I forget why he was trying to get some information. Do me a favor and don't let him know we already know about all this. Hilarious.
This
Oh,
really is great.
so
I
good.
mean, Henry's gonna go out with a ghoul.
Does he know that she's a ghoul?
No idea.
Do we tell
So
him or just
good.
kind of let him figure it out?
Oh, let him figure it out.
so she comes walking forward. It's a 35-inch, flat screen TV.
And what do we know about this TV? What am I trying to figure out?
Guy's name's Eric Lickaby. Apparently, when he came here, he was strung out for some reason. I got some ideas. Don't know if he was strung out beforehand or afterwards, but he might now either be a ghoul or a vampire. Don't know why. Don't know exactly where he is, but Flames here already helped me out a bit ago and found out right now he's somewhere. He's like in a basement.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's usually not
Isn't
good.
that what I scried and found him? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let me see what I can find.
Okay.
I'll start fondling the TV. 2.
2 successes. Okay. So you get a vision, not obviously of the TV being turned in, but you get a vision of some guy in his living room. You would have to assume it's the person you're looking for because it's tied to that. And you see him being force-fed blood from somebody's arm wrist area.
Can I see the person that's forcing him?
Give me a perception and awareness check. Difficulty 7. As you try to focus on the image that you get.
Two.
Okay. You see.
Wait, difficulty 7?
Yeah.
3.
Oh, okay. When you focus, it's the face isn't all that clear. The body, however, is. And you make out an upside down ankh with spikes on the guy's forearm.
That looks like a Sabat thing.
You know, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so it sounds like he was not a willing subject, and all I got was kind of a tattoo looking, that upside down ankh that's all spiky.
Hmm.
Did I get a sense of like how long ago this was?
No.
Okay.
It clearly wasn't recent though, given the fact that the TV's here.
How long has the TV been here?
Shannon tells you. Well, actually, the stub to the TV's right there. It's been here like about a year at this point, a little over that.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the image of him being force-fed the blood, did he look like he was like he had been drained?
Like ghoul versus
You
turning
didn't
into
pick up enough.
Troublehead?
You didn't pick up enough of it to fully understand. So, but he was partaking of blood. So it could be one or the other.
Okay, so I couldn't tell if he
You
was...
guys go ahead and role play real quick. I'll be right back. Just 1 second.
We know he's currently in a basement, at least as last I checked.
Were you able to figure out where the basement is? Sorry, I keep
No.
leaning forward as like...
Unfortunately not. I think when I scried that there was there was some sort of field around it, like if when I panned out, like I couldn't see past a certain point, like he was being protected.
How does that happen?
Wards, things like that there's ways to stop people from spying on you. You just got to know how to do it. You know.
Hmm.
Do you have a way to know or feel if that's like close, or could that just be anywhere?
It could be anywhere. I can try again to see if I can maybe pinpoint if he's still there potentially, but usually those types of things, those wards or whatever, stay in place for a bit. I just don't know what kind of ward it would be causing it.
If only place we've been to so far. We got the address from Shannon here. We went to his place. It's abandoned right now. Seemed like he was there. He had one of his trophies there. I wonder
How
if
long
that's still
ago?
there. Been a while, apparently. And the dudes that were outside who were apparently friends, like in the neighborhood, said that he was bringing in friends. So either that was for himself or for somebody else. But he's not there now. Although after that, we found some information. Seems like he may have been to the Dewdrop Inn in Medford. Either you heard of that place? Yeah, we were
Want
about
to
to
say
go
I've
there.
heard of it, but can't say that I've been there specifically.
Did he have other things in his apartment that I could check out?
We could probably go there again. The guys are going to recognize me at least. They'll probably let us in without a hassle or anything.
Were there other people that lived there? Or just like neighbors?
Well, nobody lives in there now. There's neighbors. It's run down kind of area. The building too. Yeah, nobody's been in there for a while now.
Okay.
But yeah, didn't find anything else other than that stuff. Wasn't able to go to the inn yet just because, well, the reasons, we didn't have enough time. But if you do have time now, we could make a stop.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to do tonight.
Nice. Uh, yeah, nothing masquerade wise. You didn't get any other messages talking about a dude hightailing it through the city, did you?
No, not so far. And actually, like after I saw you split, I don't know, maybe it was like the dimness of the club, but it seemed like you didn't actually that make that much of a stir, which is good. I might have had to do something drastic
Good.
to,
Good.
which actually could have been fun. Yeah, I don't know. I could have thought of something interesting.
It sounds like you covered up pretty well. You leaned into your popularity, I guess.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. Speaking of which, this whole masquerade thing, I mean, I understand it's worthwhile and we have to do it now. I had an idea about that. The whole Black Dog Games thing, that Revenant game.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We should all probably read up on that, like know a
Oh
little bit
yeah.
of it. That way, if anybody asks, we're just playing a game, you know?
It's funny you should mention that because last night I actually went to the game. I wanted to see what Doug was up to, kind of figure out if this was a healthy thing for him to be fixated on. And I was actually really impressed. It was this whole production. He like used the theater. There were lights and costumes, and he had hired a couple of actors to guest star. It was like this whole thing, and
Wow.
everyone there was having a good time, and I was very impressed.
I
Hmm.
mean, we should probably lean into that if possible. That would be a great cover, just saying.
It could be, yeah, it could be. Um, it's kind of ironic
Yeah.
because Doug is the one that's putting it on. Oh, oh,
Okay,
But
so I'm
anyway,
back. Did
yeah.
you have any other questions about the vision?
oh, no. So we've decided we're gonna go back to his place and see if I can get a read on anything else there.
Yeah, Eric Lickaby's old place that's
Okay,
abandoned now.
all right.
And then we were talking about uh, masquerade breaches and leaning into the LARP thing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you're gonna then head out from here and head to Medford.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So I
gonna,
lead the way.
yeah, and I'll text Colin just to let him know.
Okay. As you are, as you're leaving, she says, "Okay, have a nice night. Now, come back again soon."
Take care of yourself. Right. Yeah. Drive. I go ahead and text both the ladies the address. Probably still have it on my phone, and then drive there.
Sure. Okay. So you drive back to the hood. in Medford. Takes at this point, about an hour to make the trip and get there from and the conversations you guys just had. So you're looking at about we'll say about 11 p.m. at this point ish. So you get there. The street is kind of dead. At this point, most houses here are old and run down. It definitely looks like a depressed neighborhood. That buildings are not very well kept. There's no, if they do have a lawn, it's mostly just dirt and an occasional clump of dead grass. Sort of look.
Then park in front of the house. Start making my way up to the front door. See if it's like still unlocked.
Yeah.
Head on in and try to find that trophy that was here before that Lily had found last time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, everything's still here.
Okay. Like, pointing to Sophie. That's the trophy. Pretty sure it was his.
All right. Four.
Okay. So the next vision that you get, and this one's off of the trophy, is him setting the trophy down. And up on a shelf. The room is in obviously much better condition, based upon what you're seeing. Let me see just what you would get with a 4. I know that's quite a bit. Where's my book? There it is. What page am I on? These are paths. I don't need those. Wow. Blew right past it. Let's try this again. There we are. Okay, and you got a 4 for Spirit's Touch?
Mm-hmm.
So with a 4, you get you get the person's name. You also get information like the last owner, age, state of mind they had at the time that they had this item and whatnot. So you're getting a vision of this individual, and you can confirm that it's Eric in the vision because you already know the name of the person, and you can see him lifting weights, sitting down on his bed and lifting weights. And based upon how he looks and the weights he's lifting, is he's clearly got something going for him. Because it looks like he's probably lifting more than he should. And you would know that just from personal experience. Like he's got something going on in his system or whatnot.
Like he's choosing.
No, probably more than that. You've seen
More than just choosing?
Yeah, you've seen similar effects like this with people who were naturally strong who also have potence.
Oh.
And the other thing, the impression that you get is he's getting ready for his big tryout.
Okay, well, I don't know if he was using, but he was definitely on Vitae when he was at his peak. You said he was trying out for something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
asking
an
Ben.
athlete.
Oh,
football player. That was going to
Um,
be his goal.
yeah, he was. I see him getting ready for a tryout, and he is definitely lifting more than humanly possible. So, he had access to the stuff uh, before he disappeared.
Okay. That probably means ghoul then. And if he's strung out, it means he's running out of that stuff. It's going to be real with you. I don't know that much about ghouls because I've never been in a place long enough to even think about, you know, trying to have one or anything. Maybe I should, but
I'm just
uh,
it's so much easier to take care of yourself, I think.
well,
But what questions do you have?
uh, y- do you know what it's like for ghouls who haven't had their fix in a while? Would they look strung out or act all shaky
I
and stuff?
I would think so. Yeah, it's basically
Mm-hmm.
a withdrawal
Withdrawal.
from a very, pretty sure Vitae is more powerful than like heroin. So it's it's pretty powerful.
Okay, all right. Then
I
either
think
he's being held somewhere by that spot, or he's just left somewhere. But seemed like he was still alive. Hey, Flames, can you do that thing again? See if he's still where where he's
I
at.
mean, yeah. I'll go over to the kitchen sink, not waste my water.
Okay.
And just fill up the sink.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty 8.
I'm still expecting him to be in the basement somewhere. Um. Oh wow. I got 2 10s in that. So 2, 4, 5. That's
Okay.
9, not a.
Okay. So you focus again, pushing past some sort of barrier between you and the target subject. So there's clearly something there.
Mhm.
But you already confirmed that there's
Like
something
last
that's,
time.
yeah.
Mhm.
All you get is a shot of the room.
Is there anything written on the walls that I can make out?
Nope.
Is he there at all that I
He's
can make
there.
out?
He is currently chained by the leg, and there are some paper plates kind of scattered across the floor with like
What condition does he look
the
like?
remains of food.
Can I see him, like what condition he's in,
Um,
other than being chained up by his leg?
I mean, yeah. Other than being chained up and looking pretty miserable, he doesn't seem to be like beaten really or anything. He could definitely use a shower, so he's not clean by any measure. But he doesn't seem to be physically harmed.
And he looks juiced up as the way she would described when he was lifting weights.
No, not really.
Okay. So I just see a room. That's it. Am I able to just try and pan out again? To
Yeah,
see if
I
I can
mean,
find a
when you
building.
try, you lose it.
Hmm. Yeah, there's still something sort of blocking any real way to figure out a location for him, but he's still there in the basement. Now he's tied up, chained up with his leg. There's plates on the floor. It looks like he's being fed something. But he
Right,
definitely doesn't look like he's juiced up anymore.
right. Okay. Confirms he's a ghoul because he's still eating food. Uh, all right.
I don't know. Can I tell what was on the plates? Did they look bloody? Did they look like it had some sort of remnants of food on them?
Um, Hard to say because the plates have been picked pretty clean, but one of them did have some chicken bones.
Okay. I mean, I found some chicken bones down there, but didn't look like anything that would be like a massacre happened and he was feeding, of anything.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Only asking because you're from the Sabbat. You've been with them longer than any of us. Does that sound like how the Sabbat treat their ghouls?
Depends on the vampire, but it can be. It's rare. Well, at least I never treated them like that, but um, I don't know. I all I can say is that it really depends on the vampire and how sadistic they are.
Okay.
I don't get the impression that he's down there because he is necessarily a ghoul. I don't know. I just don't see why they would have him chained up. Like, to me, it would seem like, I don't know, maybe they're just gonna keep feeding off of him. I have no idea. I mean,
Okay.
some vampires do that, keep humans or whatever chained to their basement for feeding later.
You guys
Alright.
did for a time.
Well, if you ladies are up for it, there's the Dewdrop Inn. Haven't been there yet. That's our next stop.
I mean, we're already in town. We might as well give it a look.
Roll out.
I was trying to out of character. I was trying to figure out if I could psychic project to a specific person or if it's limited by knowing where I'm going.
You have to know where you're going, but it's speed of thought. So it's like
But I can't
one
just
of the
like
one of the
search every basement.
right, one of the broken things about it is because it's speed of thought. You know, okay, you're moving speed of thought, but it doesn't mean you're processing everything that you see like that. Which I used to run into players who would comb the entire city in psychic projection frequently, thinking that they're going to spot somebody, and that it's pretty difficult. It's like going up to like a library of books and skimming through all of them real quick looking for a specific phrase. I mean, it's possible, but doing the you gotta be sharp and kind of know what it is that you're looking for.
Like your processing speed might be pretty big, but you're limited
Recognition.
by your other senses.
Exactly.
Okay. Kind of like how celerity doesn't work on guns,
There you go. Yeah.
limited by
Yeah.
the mechanism.
Not,
Okay,
not
anyway,
until you get to elder levels.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
that's crazy.
nobody in this party.
Cool. Yeah, so head back in the car and make our way to the Dewdrop Inn.
Okay. So you travel to a more rural part of Medford. It sits kind of in between Talent and Medford at this point, if you're looking at the map, or I should say pretty close to it, but still qualifies as Medford. It's a small hotel with a bunch of units that are very close by, so it's almost like somebody took a really small old townhome complex and turned them into like little rentable oh, hey, thank you, Party of Five, or Party of Five, Party of Two RPG. They're never gonna let me live that down. Thank you for the raid, yay!
Yeah, all right.
Um, yeah. Speaking of old shows, which I think that was on MTV, but it's almost like somebody took the townhomes and turned them into small little hotel rooms, sort of thing. And there's a nice little sign that says DEW drop in, do drop in. And it's got a couple of well-placed trees, kind of giving it a little bit of a foresty look kind of thing. It's probably more for people coming through the town from the highway than anything else. Hey there, it's Weston and my partners in crime for Family Gaming family gaming experience, which, quick shout out, this coming Wednesday, we're going to be back live and we're going to have our very own Brittany on Family Gaming Experience. We're going to be talking about cosplay. So, fun topic. But back into game real quick. So it looks like the target audience is probably travelers who are going, to and fro down the highway. Maybe people on family vacations, that sort of thing. There is a pool, but it's currently closed. It sits out front. They currently have a sign that says no vacancies.
All right. The only info we have about this place is that some of the papers that were back at the house seem like they were pamphlets that were from this inn. That's all I know so far. So, keep your eyes open. And walk towards the front door unless somebody's going to say something.
Are there cars in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like it's an active hotel.
Yeah, it's a little on the rundown side. But yeah, there's 3 other cars parked in the parking lot.
Okay. So what do we just like listen at doors?
Well, we can play this one or two ways. You can both follow me and back me up, or if you want to case the area while I see about talking to whoever is behind the front desk.
What angle are you taking?
I'm taking that I'm a private investigator and I'm looking for a missing person and see if they crack or act all squirrely.
Sit in the car and pour this water in a bowl and see what I can find.
Do you want me to wait with you then?
You do you, Flames?
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure
Okay.
I don't get, suspicious looks, I guess. Okay.
Well, it's not
All
like there's anybody walking around right now, so
That's true. It is late.
yeah, it's not there's not a whole lot of worry about that unless somebody does come walking by.
Holler if you need help.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No tens though.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
And what are you doing
Yeah, 4, 5,
specifically
5.
with your scrying at this point?
I'm looking for Eric. I mean, basically looking around, kind of going through each room. I guess I'm sure I'm gonna see shit I don't want to see.
So you're not
Messford.
focusing on the person, you're focusing on where you're at currently and going through each building.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
know what's around first, and then I'll dive a little deeper into it.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay. Brittany, what are you doing in the meantime? Are you with her or with you with?
Yeah,
or-
I'm with Rachel. I
Okay.
mean with Damaris.
Oh, you're with Benjamin?
I'm with Damaris.
Damaris. Okay. All right, Benjamin. So you come walking in.
Yep.
There's a guy behind the counter, and he kind of, he just looks up at you and says, "Oh, sorry there, bub. We ain't got no reservations."
Well, that's fine, my friend. Yeah, actually just looking for a person rather than a room. Name's Ben. Go up and shake his hand.
Okay, so I mean, because there's a glass in the way, so I mean, you're not
Oh,
going to be
okay.
able to really shake his hand. You could wave.
Okay. Okay. So it's yeah. Boom, oops. So like he's like in a booth or like this is like extra security in this area. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I just wave instead. Like, name's Ben, investigator at Pantheon Investigations in town, looking for a missing person. And pull out my phone, bring up one of Eric Lickaby's pictures. Like, this guy ring any bells?
All right, so he stands. He starts like he starts hold tight to the chair as he stands. It kind of looks like my lumbago's flaring up. He looks and he looks at the thing and he says, I ain't seen nobody who looks like that, sir."
Can I just tell without using powers or anything because I don't have aspects if it looks like he's on the level with that answer or if he's hiding anything?
Why don't you give me wits and subterfuge, trying to pick up on whether or not he's telling the truth.
Okay. The truth. Difficulty 6.
Yes.
1 success.
It's hard to say. You're probably going to need to get more conversation out of him first before you can. Yeah, I mean, your gut instinct says he may or may not be. If you converse them a little bit more, you probably get more out of it.
Okay. And put that down. Like, that's too bad. I mean, signs about this guy. I mean, seems like he's been around here. It may have been a while ago, but how long you been working this shift?
I've been here several years now. I own the place.
You doing all right there, pal?
Oh yeah, it's my lumbago flares up every so often. Got to take medication for that sort of thing.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's rough. But yeah, man. I mean, trying to find this guy. He's been gone for quite a while. His sister's really worried about him. Lisa can't find him. She can't find him. I can't find him, and that's bad for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, if you can think of anything, like just anything at all, like, really appreciate it.
Okay,
You
why don't you go ahead and roll again?
Okay.
Wits and subterfuge.
Okay. It's a lot better. 3 successes.
Okay. So he just kind of shrugs and wipes something against his mouth to wipe the food grease from the KFC that he's been eating, and he says, no, I sympathize, but I ain't seen no guy that fit that description."
It's a shame, man.
And you don't think at this point he's being all that truthful.
Okay.
You feel he's probably a little guarded about something, but as to what, you're not sure.
Okay. So I walk up a little closer. I know there's like the plexiglass or whatever there, but I
Mhm.
still get up close. I'm like, yeah, you see, here's the thing. I've been doing this for a long time, and I mean, when all the clues point to one place, that's got to mean something, my friend. I mean, you don't want to be in trouble with the law, do you? Because I mean, I'd have to pass this off to them, and then they come tour your place. And if you own this place, that's gonna look bad, and people might not want to stay here. And it doesn't look like you got that many people out front who want to stay here in the first
Go
place,
ahead and
pal.
roll manipulation and subterfuge.
Okay.
Actually, manipulation and intimidation.
Okay.
And then while he's doing that, Rachel, you are poking around the houses, or
am.
the cottages, basically,
Yeah,
kind of
I
snooping
expect to see a
around.
few bad things.
Well, not really. One of them, you see some guy watching, some TV he probably shouldn't be watching.
Mm,
That channel. Another one you pop into, they're already asleep. It's a family that's just crashed out and in their respective beds.
mhm.
A couple of them are obviously empty. There's nobody in them, and then you get to one you cannot see in.
Hmm. Am I able to see which room it is? Like the
Uh,
room number or cottage number or
yeah,
whatever?
it's cottage number 7.
Interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna go down where I think a basement might be and see if I can.
You can't even see in.
Hmm.
It's like it just at that point it's almost like somebody blacked out your eyes, not through pain, but just
Yeah,
like boop, and you can't see.
right. Interesting. And she's gonna talk to out loud to Sophie. There's one number 7 that I can't see into. Like it's being blocked as if, something was guarding it. So it's different from looking at it from the outside trying to get in versus focusing on a person trying to get out or zoom out. So because I'm looking from the outside, I can't see into this room. And there's no point in me trying to focus on him again because then I still won't be able to see out.
Right.
So that may be our room.
I'm going to text Ben and say, there seems to be something weird about number 7.
Okay. And
Okay.
and before looking at that,
Mhm.
I spent a willpower for auto success, and with that in the roll of 5 successes.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right, so he's like kind of, nervously moving, obviously, at this point, and he motions you closer to the glass. He says, "Now, I ain't got no problems with the law or nothing, but uh, suppose there is something a little odd going on the grounds. Um, you keep my name out of it, because I don't know nothing. Anyways, I could probably throw you a bone."
Got yourself a deal, my friend. What you got?
So he like kind of like looks around a little bit. It's like he's pretty reluctant to speak up, and he even speaks even lower, as if like somebody's like watching him. It's only you two in that little lobby booth area.
Yeah.
And he says, uh, guy came around several months ago. Paid real good. Actually gave me a couple months in advance. I didn't think nothing of it because as you rightly said, business ain't all that good. Uh, um, and I could use the cash. Uh, he keeps odd hours. I only see him a couple times during the day, but he's a real secretive type. Don't say hi to nobody. Frequently calls in like delivery food or whatnot, so he doesn't even go out a whole lot. The one time I did get a good look at him, when he rented out the cottage and all, he looked like one of them like survivalist types. Got all the used like camouflage and military gear and stuff like that.
Okay.
Good big like hiking backpack.
Gotcha. What is this guy still here or what?
Uh, I don't ever really see him coming and going. I suppose he could be. He's in cottage number 7.
Got it. Anything I should be looking out for? Did you see him carrying any weapons or anything?
Uh, well, like, come to think about it, I think he may be open carry. I did see a holster. I just didn't see what it had.
Right, my friend. Fair enough. Mum's the word, and you don't need to mention I was here either.
Oh, of course.
Take it easy. And then I pull out the phone and
Hey, he sits back down. Oh, my lumbago. Oh.
head outside.
Okay.
And the text also said room
Mhm.
7. Okay. I go ahead and text back while just looking at the car as I'm walking my way towards 7. Like, dude inside confirms something weird's about 7. Either of you want to join me?
Yeah, but be careful. Well, we'll need to be careful. I don't know what's behind this door, other than him potentially in. I don't know why there'd be a basement here, but maybe. So she'll get out of the car after she dumps the water back in and whatever.
Okay.
He texted us, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I text back and say, do these cottages have basements?
Didn't ask, but we can check out right now.
All right. Yes, we're going in. Or going up.
Walk over to
One of the two.
number 7.
Okay, so how are you guys approaching or coming in, or?
What's the layout?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is our plan?
Each of the little townhomes have probably about 5 to 7 yards in between them. It's a little nice little sidewalk. It kind of goes around the perimeter and leads up to each of them.
Does it look like there'd be like a front door and back door, or just front door access?
Probably just front door.
None of us has obfuscate, I presume.
I definitely do not. Though I can walk through walls, but I can't really
But you can't really do anything.
do anything.
Right.
We want to walk around the perimeter first.
Yeah, let's check that out first just to make sure.
And
Look
ghost
at
walking, you
windows.
look like a ghost as you're kind of
Mhm.
walking around, so you're still kind of obvious.
Hmm.
Psychic projection, however.
I thought about doing that, but if it's warded, then I'll probably be prevented from doing that as well, won't I?
Don't know.
Isn't that what we did before? Oh no, last time there was a ward on the dude's house. Oh, by the way, that dude is still out there. Should put that on our to-do list.
Yeah, Mr. Shade. We snubbed him, didn't we?
Probably not
Good.
super happy about that.
That happens a lot around here.
Juggling, constant juggling. Okay, well, if you guys want to bodyguard me, I can see if I can take a look.
Well, be extremely careful. If these guys have wards enough that I can't get in, I worry what's going to happen to you.
Yeah, me too.
So should we go back to the car then and wait for you to go?
So
Yeah.
you approach the house at this point? Or the
I
shack?
think we were thinking about approaching because we don't
Okay.
have a plan. All we know is this
Right.
room, this number 7 seems to be funny about it, and we can't just walk up and say housekeeping, you know.
Right.
So, though that did cross my mind.
Housekeeping.
So
you need new
I think
pillow?
we're gonna walk back to the car first, so she can do her projection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's safer.
What about like a delivery, like a pizza delivery or something?
We could
The
do
last time you
that,
ordered pizza, because I haven't.
but the guy behind the counter, yeah, he knows something weird's going on. The guy paid several months up front, and he kind
That
of
is
comes and goes at odd hours.
Think he can give you a key?
Probably ask.
I mean, if we just want to walk in.
I mean, wouldn't be that hard.
All right, let me take a look psychically first.
Right.
See if I can get anything.
Okay. Go, gadget psychic projection. Spend your point of willpower and then perception and awareness.
Difficulty?
Oh, it's within sight, so it's 5.
Oh. 4.
Oh, yeah, okay, so poof. So you feel that physical lifting, of your spirit again off of your body, and you just dart right into the house.
No, I mean, I'm gonna go around it first.
Sure. Okay, so you circle around astrally, all quiet and unseen. It's dark. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, as far as you can tell. All the windows, window blinds are pulled though.
Okay, now
And you don't see any light peeking out.
I don't feel anything weird
No, that's a
as I approach
good
the
point.
house.
You do not feel anything weird.
Okay, I'm gonna get close, not at the front door, but maybe like side window, and kind of just like reach out a hand.
And physically go through the window.
Yeah. Well, first
Test
test.
the
Remember,
water.
you can't touch anything. So
I know, but like if there was a ward, it would
if there was a ward, you would
like
feel
a
it.
field or
You would feel it at this point because the ward is designed to keep you away. It's like
okay.
it would be like mosquitoes getting close to that spray. That's why
Okay.
they stay away. It's because they can sense it's a repellent.
Okay. Well, then if nothing weird happens, then I'll go on inside.
Okay. Give me a perception and alertness check. Difficulty 7 because the lights are out and it's dark.
Two.
2. Okay. All right. So it's a pretty standard living room setup. 2 small couches. Small little table, TV. Nothing seems to be on. The living room connects to the dining room / kitchen, and then the upstairs are where the rooms to sleep are at. So it is a kind of a 2-story setting.
And no one's here.
Now you don't see anybody on the bottom floor, but the one thing you do see is there's something connected to the front door, as well as the windows.
Can I take a closer look?
Oh, absolutely. So you take a closer look and you can see that there's lines that are attached to like each of the windows as well as the door. That it kind of resembles like alarms. So like if it was to break or
Extra
get
fire
moved, kind of like that. Yeah. So if it was to break or move or somehow get tampered with, it would probably trigger something. These lines all come to something near the closet on the bottom floor. And when you peek in, it's hard to make out because it's almost completely pitch black in there, but there's kind of a small box looking configuration.
That doesn't sound good.
And the other thing that you do note is there does not seem to be any sort of basement entrance here on the bottom floor.
Can I try and go through the floor?
Oh, 100%.
See if there's
Do you
anything under.
see a bunch of dirt?
Okay, no basement. How about upstairs?
Okay, you go upstairs. Looks like this is where they had 3 small rooms. So it could probably fit 5 people total comfortably. So good for a family that might be traveling. The beds look like they may have been used, but it doesn't look like anybody's been here recently.
Can I do Spirit's Touch in this form?
Ooh, might require an ST ruling, but I know you can use.
I know I can use some kinds of aspects.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So you physically can't touch anything. An astral character can use aspects normally, so you absolutely can. It doesn't. You just need to be. So my ruling on that is you just need to be in the presence of what it is you're attempting to spirits touch.
I want to Spirit's Touch the trigger mechanism in the middle.
Okay, go ahead and
But-
roll.
Okay. Of course, I forgot what I use. Perception, empathy. Difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
4.
Okay. The trigger mechanisms, from what you can tell, you get kind of a visual of a guy you don't recognize. Surly looking in military clothing, but not like a uniform sort of thing. Again, like you would find like somebody wearing surplus stuff. And these go to a bomb.
And do I see the Sabat tattoo?
No.
Okay.
In fact, the guy does have tattoos, but you don't see, but nothing like that. You don't see anything that would specifically denote him as Sabat.
And there's no basement, and there's nothing on the top floor.
Correct.
Okay, I'll zip back out and go back to the car.
Okay.
And I will relay that there is no basement. There's nobody inside, but the door and the windows are rigged to a bomb. So I do not think we should go in there.
Bomb in a freaking house down here.
But I don't understand like how somebody could rig it and leave. Like it looks like it's been, right, you said that it was a while since the beds were slept in.
Mhm.
It doesn't look like anybody's been there for a while, but how would he get out without, like, why would you rig someplace? I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to rig someplace to blow if you were still in it, but
Maybe they knew somebody was going to be looking there, and they rigged it so that whoever it was got blown
so in
out. I mean,
essence, a trap.
a trap.
Strange.
Maybe they specifically, because it's not like unheard of for people to be able to scry and view things. So maybe they purposely put a ward around this to make me think that there was something there to lead us there. I
Do you
don't
know if, do you know who, like, who else would be able to scry like the way that you do? Like, that's not very common, is it?
It's a ritual. It's not very common, but there are some disciplines that allow you to do it, like mine. I mean, my sire can do it.
And you also know Kareen can do it as well.
Well, so it's a
Kareen,
bloodline thing.
in my case, yes.
But you all, and Rachel, you would also know that Tremere can do it.
Yeah, because we're similar. Tremere can do it too.
Do you think there's any reason that they would expect the Tremere to try and investigate this place?
I don't know. I mean, you don't see a lot of Tremere Cam. Well, actually, no. Sorry, I'm getting it mixed up. So
But he's
you don't see a lot of Tremere Sabat, right?
Right.
I don't know. Right. You don't see a lot of Tremere Sabat.
Yeah, apparently this guy in 7 was a survivalist type. So I guess I'm not surprised he's able to rig things up. Weird that he just has it set. Did it look like there's a way you could
Defuse
deactivate
it?
it? Like from outside? Could you tell?
Did I notice anything like that?
You weren't looking for that,
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
you really do lack the experience to figure
Yeah, I'm
something like that out.
I'm not sure I would be able to tell that even if I was looking at it.
Huh. Well, yeah, I mean, we could make our own entryway in there. That would piss off the owner, I'm sure. But if it's all connected to like the main entries, could just make a hole.
Jerome, did I notice that if the windows on the upper floor were rigged?
Yeah.
They were?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a chimney?
No.
Santa Claus this.
I don't think they keep him in a basement with the whole entire upper floor being rigged to blow up. I feel like that defeats the purpose of entrapping him in the first place. Unless they're just using him as collateral damage, but why keep him awake? Why keep him around this long?
No, it does seem strange. I mean, if they were using him as bait, then bait for whom? And what would they? I mean, other than this place being like a red herring, why would they? Why would they rig it? And is it the same person?
Dale, since you
Yeah.
have some cop-based skills, why don't you give me a wits and investigations check?
Yeah. 56.
Yeah.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 2 successes.
Okay. So not great, but successful. So the information that you got from the owner, the the guy was clearly staying here for a bit.
Yeah.
He was ordering food. He did see him occasionally. And he would see deliveries come in. Now the place looks abandoned, and possibly, and it's rigged to explode. So if this guy is a survivalist nut, many survivalists are also they also have that strong paranoia that somebody's out to get them, like a conspiracy theory sort of thing. So it stands to reason if he rigged this to blow, he could be in a position to see it blow up as a way to kind of set an alarm, like maybe something spooked him, and so he set this up so if this goes and he can see it, then he knows he's got to bug out.
And this will cause a big explosion if it's rigged up to bomb, to blow up.
Yeah,
Damaris,
so
Damaris, can you scry somebody with a like if you just see their face, or would you have to know their name or like something?
Easier to know their name or have something of theirs.
Yep. For you, it has to be something specific. Otherwise, you can kind of, do like
Yeah, I can do a general search, but who
Yeah.
knows how long that can take.
right.
Okay. So it's not like I could just telepathy the guy into your head and then you could scry for that guy.
Right.
Okay.
That would not work.
Is it possible that I could go into the room, pick up something of his that could be lingering, and then leave using my ghost walk?
No, Ghost Walk does not allow you to pick up anything physically. That's the whole point of Ghost Walk.
Well, I meant go in there with ghost walk, drop it, put it on my person, because I think the stuff on my person comes with me,
And then recast.
and then recast.
I mean, if you want to take that chance, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that definitely would be taking a chance. Is it worth walking into a room with a bomb and picking up something?
Could you walk into the upper floor?
I can walk anywhere. I mean, I'm in ghost form, so I can walk through anything.
Were there, I mean, is there like fast food wrappers around, or like some other thing that he might have touched that she could grab that's like
Uh,
not.
well, you're not in astral form anymore, but you don't recall seeing anything like that.
Looking around, or like, what's the surrounding area like? Like, if this guy were somewhere in order to see this explosion, is there like other residential areas that are pretty obvious nearby?
There are some residential areas that are nearby, so I mean, you could take your pick. Um, but a better way to do it, unless you were a couple houses down, because basically where this sits, it's like open field, and then there's a couple streets over, there's some other like projects and whatnot that they kind of built up. The better bet would be to be someplace elevated.
Is there
Okay.
someplace elevated
Oh
around?
yeah, this is Oregon, and this whole area is built in a valley. Same with Ashland.
Mm, if it's nighttime, you could see an explosion for
Oh,
pretty
from
long.
anywhere. So he could be anywhere around this area, just looking for the house to give him a smoke signal. Quite literally.
Yeah,
But again, why would he rig it if he's not there? Who does he think is after him?
could just be paranoid. Maybe he has enemies, maybe he doesn't. I mean, survivalists, who knows? I mean, a lot of those doomsday preppers, they're getting ready for nothing. Don't know. Not even sure if this is even linked to Eric anymore.
Yeah, see what were the circumstances of finding the dewdrop in again?
At his place, we just came from, there were pieces of pamphlet that came from the pamphlets at the inn. That's the only other lead we had. So, I mean, this survivalist dude is probably not Eric. Yeah, because he was never described as that type.
As far as I know, this guy's still unchained to a basement.
Right.
Jerome, did it look like um, the bomb on the door would, or like the trigger on the door, did it look like what would set it off is just the door opening?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a break of that connection.
What about like could I put my hand on the doorknob?
Oh, yeah,
See.
you could put your hand on the doorknob. It's the breaking. That's why I described it like an alarm. It's the
Right.
breaking of that plane is going to cause it. So if you touch a window, that's not going to cause anything. If you try to open the window, boom. If you try to touch the door, no problem. Try to open the door, boom.
What if I tried to get a read on the doorknob?
Good. Just be careful. Don't open anything, obviously.
I'm gonna stay right here while you touch that doorknob.
Okay. Um, how far away are we parked?
You're on the other side of the lot. All the parking is near the main manager building.
You know what? And it's dark and there's nobody around, right?
Yeah, nobody outside.
The guy doesn't have cameras.
No one asked.
Do you think the guy has cameras, Ben?
I mean, the survivalist dude or the owner of the building?
Well, I meant I was thinking I could maybe instead of just driving, I could just celerity over there
Celerity over where?
to the door.
Oh,
I'm just gonna drive you there for crying out loud.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so if you drive, you're actually going to be going up on the sidewalk in the grass.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Gotcha. So there's no like
Yeah, no,
drivable area. Okay.
no, just walkways and grass and the pool.
Yeah. I'll walk with you if you need.
I just thought it would be harder to see. If it's fine, we'll just walk.
Yeah.
It's normal. Okay, so we'll go over there and
Damaris is
spirit.
keeping watch from a safe distance away.
Indeed,
Got that right. I got you from here.
Yeah.
moral support from the car.
Right.
Keeping it running.
And that's a fail.
Okay. Which makes sense. It's a door, or a doorknob, I should say, so you don't come up with anything remarkable from the doorknob.
Not this time. It's
All
a
right.
poorly fellow.
All right. Well, yeah. No basements here either, right? Nothing you find? No.
I just went straight into the dirt.
All right. Well, that's no good. Jerome, when we were at the house, like when we had looked around beforehand, we didn't find like any doors that like led into a basement or anything like that, did we? No. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all single story.
Okay. All right. Well, this guy seems like could you tell if he was with anybody? Like, were there indications inside like he had people with him? Did it look like just a one dude operation in there?
Jerome, it looked like all of the beds had been slept in, right?
That's a good question. Only two.
Only two.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like 3 bedrooms, but only 2 of the beds had been slept in.
Correct.
Okay. Then maybe the guy and Eric is keeping his ghoul with him, but he treats him badly and puts him in a basement when he's not needed or something. Maybe. But that means if he's gonna hang out somewhere, he's gonna not want to be with others, like he chose this type of townhouse type place. He's paranoid and knows what he's doing. Looking around, looking up, does it look like there would be any like just individual cabins or whatnot, like at a higher elevation that could like see uh, this area from them?
You don't have any aspects, so without lights being on them, it would be hard to tell.
Okay,
What were you asking for?
so me
It's
looking around
basically
like, well, I mean, if the guy's gonna see the explosion from where he's at, it'd be easiest if he was up high, like, mountainside. Like if we could find out if he's just in a single cabin or in a single spot where it'd just be him and the other,
Mm.
then that'd be a place to look. I mean, any place that's gonna have a basement.
so we're looking for some place. I mean, like just like straight up looking, like heightened eyesight.
Yeah, if your eyes are that good, if you can take a look. I can't see.
I suppose.
Damaris could also scry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to scry.
That works too.
I'll go ahead and do heightened eyesight.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and roll, Rachel?
Yep.
And roll Brittany. Hey, Darby.
Eight.
Yes. Oh, boy.
One, two, three, four.
Um. Okay, question.
Yes?
I have on my note that heightened senses, perception and alertness, and then I have -2 difficulty,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't remember where that came in. Is that because it's aspects rather than just randomly rolling perception and alertness?
Yeah, if you're using heightened senses, like if you've brought that up, depending upon what sense you're using, you're -2 difficulty down for that roll. So if it's eyesight, then it's going to be, perception and alertness. But if it's a 6, it's a 4.
Okay, so it's a difficulty 6,
Yes.
so then 4. Okay. 5.
Okay.
Woohoo.
All right. So you are able to confirm that you see a total of 4 cabins to the east and 5 to the west mountains. And no real configuration or whatnot when you get up in the mountains like that. Obviously, they're spread pretty far apart, or in homes. Rachel, you'd start doing your scrying and just kind of start widely panning over and then getting close. You, of course, discover the cabins and
Mhm.
homes and whatnot. And then from when you go to the east, you go over as you go low enough so that you can kind of see, kind of like you were panning over on The Sims and trying to spy on the families, in the neighborhood.
Mhm.
So that you're getting close enough that you would basically skim over the rooftop and look into it. And you eventually get to one you can't see in.
Hey, I think I found one, guys.
Which one?
And
You don't
she'll,
you obviously can't relay an address, but you can point it out.
yeah, I can't pinpoint an address, but here, she'll pull up maps, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, that's gotta be it.
Should I go
Yeah.
check out that one astrally?
Sure.
I mean, probably not a bad idea.
I'm not stopping you.
Okay.
You gotta get me that power. Jeez.
She is the Astro Queen. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Um, 8 successes.
Oh, good Lord. So
Wow.
you go flying up to there. It is a 2-story house, kind of neatly embedded into the side of the mountain. Got the, a 2-car garage, a little on the older side, but much more well kept. And as you fly up around it, you can see that there are a little bit of lights on. And in fact, when you fly up, the automatic lights come on. And then, of course, you see like a little squirrel go, dart across the front of the driveway. And as you peek in the inside, you see that guy, the survivalist that you got the mental image of.
Okay.
And he's currently watching Bear Grylls on TV.
Am I just looking in the window?
Yeah.
Or am I actually in the house?
So you could enter it if you'd like. I
Okay,
mean,
so I'm
from the
just
window.
looking at the windows right now.
Yeah. You can see him there. He has not only a rifle at his side rested against the chair, but he has a pistol sitting on the end table. As well as a piece of rebar
Okay. Just like a straight piece.
Mm-hmm. And then his watch beeps. And he takes his weapons with him. And he starts walking downstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna watch him.
Okay. You're going to go inside then?
Oh, like downstairs in the basement?
Well, he's going downstairs.
Okay. First, I'm going to wait till he is out of the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and like touch the window, kind of a thing
Okay.
I did before.
You pass straight through it.
Okay. Then, I'm gonna try and go down into the floor.
Okay. So you go down through the floor and you go into a basement. And you see somebody straddled up with a chain, and he flicks on the light. And he brings down, from like a mini fridge, some pieces of chicken. He sets it down on a paper plate in front of the guy. And then he fusses at the guy, telling him, you need to clean your stuff up. You're disgusting. And he's kind of whimpering and whatnot. But despite the disgust the guy has, and he actually kicks him, kicks the guy who's chained, and then he goes walking over to another area downstairs, and it's a laptop that he kind of pulls open. And oddly enough, Rachel, you didn't see this section of the room when you were down there. It looked like your scrying was only on Eric originally, just as an OOC FYI.
Well, I tried to pan out
right.
when I focused on him,
And
but it wouldn't. You said it wouldn't let me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a little nook sort of thing. Like it's still a part of the basement, but it's like a little nook off to it. Pulls out a chair, opens up the a laptop, and he signs into some sort of weird looking network. And immediately, like an instant message pops up, to him, and he starts typing into it.
Can I watch over his shoulder?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Let me hold on one second. I thought I had this down. Oh, I know where I forgot I split up my notes for this one. One second. We need to take a time to redo some of these notes here. It's up here a little further. What in the heck? Ugh.
What the heck?
Well, what in the hell?
Emotional damage.
Hello, niece and nephew. Emotional damage. Oh my goodness, why can't I find this? This is a ugh. Okay, well, I know it's in here, just for some reason I can't. It's like I know I had to scroll over it a couple times and I cannot see it. There's that. Oh, there. Yeah, bold that stupid thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it pops up, and you see the message. You know how when you look at an instant messenger, it has the name of who it's coming from and who's sending it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The person sending it, the person sitting at the laptop, goes by Pete 910.
Dale knows out of character
Yep.
what this is, and that's terrifying me out of character now. Yikes. Ooh.
And he's
Oh, that's good.
he's messaging uh Venger 65. And the message, he says, and he says, so, basically the prompt says, okay, so where are we at? And he, fires back a message. He says, think I'm being followed. He sends a message. He says, the leech that I offed, I think may have been connected. And then Venger turns around and says, okay, well, we can deal with that. And he types in, you sure? And he says, positive. You just give us the green light, we rumble. And he says, how's the hound? And he adds a smiley face. He says, just fed it KFC. Should be good to go. Come on. Thank you. He says next connection will be tomorrow morning. Roger that. And then he closes out the laptop.
Can I do aura perception on both of these people?
Yeah, of course.
One success.
Ooh, okay. You're able to pick up just the very basics. They're both human as far as you can tell. The guy at the laptop was very determined and focused. And the guy who's chained is pretty terrified and hungry.
Okay, I'll try. If he looks human, then I'll try maybe getting into his mind.
Oh, okay.
The Bear Grylls dude.
Yeah. Looking for surface thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just something light. 4.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so surface thoughts. He's actually thinking about a time when his wife was actually murdered by some vampires. Based on it's clear he's not making some sort of delineation, but based upon what, obviously you're a vampire and you kind of have an understanding, a firsthand understanding of how they act. These were much more wild.
So probably
Sabat. And
something tells me he's not going to differentiate.
You end up getting the mental image of that they made him watch while they slowly killed his wife, and something happened. Something happened. He felt stronger. He picked up the chains that he had been bound in because he ended up snapping and breaking out of them. And when he began to club one of the vampires with it, the chain burned the vampire. So they got into a scuffle. Two of them ended up freaking out and backing off real quick. The other one ended up attacking. Managed to pin him to the wall, and he apparently had enough training that he threw the guy off. So basically, you're seeing a replay of like this big scuffle, but something happened, and you've never seen this before, but he ended up having this ability of like anything he touched would immediately turn into some sort of lethal weapon. Like he was using, like at one point he used like a baseball bat, which would be obvious, but it was affecting them way more than a regular baseball bat would. Like you would think, okay, thump, thump, thump. These were like, the impacts to them were much more lethal looking. He ended up, having to use a storage rack, like a metal storage rack that became a lethal weapon, and he started pounding somebody with it.
Wow.
That sounds like a true faith thing,
Hard to say,
maybe. If you believe strongly enough, anything.
but it's definitely new.
Okay, well, I don't want to dance with this guy, but and I feel kind of sympathetic too. Okay, can I jump into what's his bucket? Eric?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I have to roll again?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
One. Okay. You're able to get in easy enough. He's kind of just beaten down and weary and whatnot. The memory that you get was the last time he had blood.
Do we know how long ago that was?
2 days ago.
2 days? And he looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
What method was he fed the blood? Like, do I know who it came from?
No.
Okay.
You just know that it was given to him in basically like a
cup.
like a storage bag.
And did Pete give it to him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna zip back upstairs, or like while I'm going, I'm gonna look around basically for traps, particularly on like the front door.
Okay.
But also like anything that I notice around.
And this will be the last roll of the night because we're getting late. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, let's see. What do I roll on that? Just
Perception alertness. Or perception investigation, sorry.
Should get some dots in that.
Sure.
And somehow, with straight perception, I got 5 successes.
Wow.
Wow. So
Woohoo.
the house setup is very similar to the one you just saw. It is wired for defenses. There is some sort of explosive device wired up here as well. As you don't have skills for that sort of thing, it's hard to say, what exactly it would do.
Okay.
I will say, however, that the devices are a little bit more specific, and they're tied to each entry point, as opposed to just being in the main center of the home.
Okay. And with that, I'm gonna zip back and just relay all of this to the group.
Okay, and that is where we are going to stop for the evening.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Literally.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as he saw the screen name, Dale was going to know.
Oh god.
I don't know, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What is
Okay, out of character. They're full-blown hunters. Hunters. Like Hunter the Reckoning hunters, not True Faith, but like they're imbued with abilities automatically through stress so that they can hunt World of Darkness creatures.
Oh,
vampires,
great.
werewolves.
Yeah,
Each one of them is pretty powerful.
yeah, these are not like regular people that just realize the world of darkness.
These are
Yeah.
hunters with a capital H.
They're like imbued.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
good way to put it. Yes, hunters with a capital H.
Yeah.
Hunters with their own book.
Yep.
I think I have a Hunter's Hunted book, but I
Well,
can't.
Hunters Hunted isn't the same thing.
It's not. It's a
No,
different one.
it is. Yes, this is Hunter the Reckoning.
Yep.
So if you're
Oh.
looking up the edition that we would be using, it's a bright orange and yellow cover.
Wait, so it's like legit its own line?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. They got their own powers, their whole story, the whole shebang.
This
Okay,
is
so
gonna hurt.
what's
Okay.
Pete 910 mean?
Hmm?
What's Pete 910 mean?
They were using HunterNet, which is a special network that none of them really know how it came to be, but one of the hunters managed to create it, and it's virtually unhackable, and only hunters can use it. Each hunter has specific powers, and whenever there's a new hunter that comes into a being, they get an email where it's a description of them and the number of hunter that they have come into existence. So he's like the 910th hunter that's known to exist.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hooray. Can't
That's a
wait.
little bit of what they can do.
So would it be bad if I just blew up the cabin that he's in? I mean, we can just let the guy go in the basement, call it, casualty, friendly fire, or whatever.
But none of us actually know this. Not even Ben knows this.
Yep. So technically, our next game would be August 5th. Is that going to be good?
Should be.
So
Think so?
Okay. Cool. All right.
Find out how much XP from last time.
Yes, we will. Hopefully, someone will be able to answer that.
I might not be here. I have a theater thing in here, but I'm not sure if I got tickets or if I was looking at getting tickets.
Ah.
I will let you know.
Okay. And so next game will be August 5th. Our next game tomorrow is going to be the Marvel Superheroes Modern Age Heroes as we continue to explore just what the heck is going on. Conspiracies afoot. And that's going to start at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then after that, follow us over to Party of Two RPG on Twitch. For Wednesday, I, as well as the Party of Two crew, will be hosting another family gaming experience show. And this time we're going to have Brittany, as well as, who is the other person? We have
Started
we have two cosplayers. Oh, shoot. Now my messenger's not letting me sign in directly. Oh, come on. Open messenger, yes. Remind me later. Okay, because I posted the ad. There we go. Jesse JJ Cosplay. So it should be good. Check us out then. And until then, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the raid, and we will talk to all of you guys next time. Goodbye.